Jimmy Austin talks about his father, who played the fiddle at square dances in Hatteras village. Barbara Garrity Blake interviewed Mr. Austin in 2003 for the Cape Hatteras National Seashore Ethnohistory Project. The Outer Banks Community Foundation provided funds to digitize the original recording.
Okay, Mr. Austin, I understand that you were born and raised in Hatteras Village.
That's correct.
And your father was a fiddle player.
Through his years, yeah.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, he played for all the square dances and all the outings down on Hatteras Island as a young man.
And where did he used to play? Where did they have the dances?
At what is the Channel Bass Restaurant now was a tavern and dance hall combination back in those early years.
Really?
Same building.
What was it called?
They called it Hortons. It was a beer joint called Hortons was all the name they had on it, yeah.
Okay.
There was another one called the Beacon.
Right.
Still there.
Ah.
One called the Pavilion.
This is all in Hatteras
All in
Village?
Hatteras Village. Three right there in Hatteras Village.
So Hortons, the Pavilion,
and the Pavilion.
and the Pavilion. Wow.
Had a square dance every Saturday night. Just when I was a small boy.
At any one of those three places?
One of the three of them would be holding a square dance about every Saturday night.
Well, for such a small village, it's amazing that there
They were
were
very
three.
active. Yeah, a lot going on.
Did you go to the dances?
No, I was too young for that.
Yeah.
Late years, a little bit of it, but not. I was too young for that at that time.
Right. What decade was
That
that?
was back in the 40s.
What year were you born?
37.
Oh, okay.
And that was back in the 40s when I remember it.
Okay.
The same beer joints or taverns or whatever you might want to call it was still there in the 50s.
Right.
And of course in the 60s they turned into restaurants, and one of them turned into a motel, one was torn down.
Oh.
And the one there, the Channel Bass Restaurant today, is the same one that was Hortons many years ago.
Okay.
It's right with the bridge there in Hatteras.
So that included the war years when they had those dances.
During the war years, that's right.
Were there military personnel stationed there?
There was Coast Guard stationed there. I don't recall. The Navy was there years later at Buxton, but I don't recall him being at Hatteras at that time. Coast Guard was there.
Did he ever try to teach you fiddle?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't never consider it. He said all the fiddle was fit for was in beer joints, and he was trying his best to keep me out of them. Of course, he never missed one of them himself, one of those outings. But that's what he'd always tell me. He never would take any effort to teach me anything about the fiddle.
Okay.
He wouldn't do that.
Oh.
My grandmother said it was the devil. The fiddle was the devil. That's the way she felt about it. That was his mother. She was a very old lady at the time. She
Right.
died in 1960 at 94 years old. But she considered that